Hi, within this lecture, we're going to see how to use Wireshark. So Wireshark is actually a protocol analyzer. It's not an actual ethical hacking tool. It's used by network administrators to track what's going on inside of a network. You can see all the packets and all the details of packets inside of Wireshark so that you can keep track of what's going on in your network. You can see the TCP packets, you can see the ARP packets, you can see the HTTP packets as well. You can see every packet, and you can know which user is going to which website, which user is trying to open a connection to which IP address, and so on. So this is widely used, and it's not only used in Kali Linux, it's used in Kali Linux, Linux distributions, Windows, Mac OS, and every possible distribution that you might want to think of. Okay, but we're going to use it in Kali Linux. First, we're going to see how to use it in our own network, in our Kali Linux network. Okay, later on we're going to be man in the middle and try that to see what's going on in the Windows machine as well, in the target machine as well. So Wireshark actually comes pre-built in Kali Linux. So if you come over here to your applications, you can search for Wireshark and just click one of them to open it. Okay, the other way of opening Wireshark is through terminal. So come over here to your terminal. Okay, click on your terminal and open it. So let me make this into central way and zoom in a little bit. Then I'm going to write Wireshark. Okay, and hit enter. This will open Wireshark tool for me. So when you first open this, you may see some error saying that you don't have to use Wireshark with root access. It's not important, just say OK, and you may continue use it afterwards. In our case, we didn't get it, so I'm just going to continue. Over here we see the interfaces. Okay, for example, we see the ETH0 over here, but if I was using my WLAN-O, my USB Wi-Fi card with Kali Linux, then I will see the WLAN-O interface here as well. So I can just choose ETH0, I can just choose WLAN-O, I can just choose whatever interface that I'm interested in. In our case, my Windows machine works on NAT network, so it's connected through ETH0, and my Kali Linux is in the same position as well, so I'm going to go with ETH0. After clicking on this ETH0 interface, I can either go here to this button to start the capturing, okay, or I can just double click on the ETH0 as well. So I'm going to come over here and double click on it, and this will start listening to incoming packets. Right now I don't have many things going on inside of my Kali Linux, so I started to get some of these packets over here, and I believe this is related to what's going on in the background of Kali Linux. So as you can see, there are some TCP packets and some other packets will come flowing in later on. So for example, if my Kali Linux doing an update, like if it's updating something like that, then I will get all the details as well. And don't worry, we're going to see what are those and how to deep dive into them later on. But just so you know, these are packets that are coming in and going out through my network. Okay, so as an example, I'm going to minimize this and I'm going to open Firefox. Yep, I believe this was left open in the previous lecture, so I believe this was doing something in the background. And let me go to google.com and let me search for myself, Atil Samasiolu. Okay, so if I Google myself, it will open these things for me, and I'm going to close this down because I have already enough packets to analyze by now. Yep, here you go. Now I see a lot of packets over here. Now I can see everything, every detail to that process that I have just done. I went to google.com and I searched for something. Now I can see every step, everything that is going on inside of this network. Like in the destination part, you can see the IP addresses. In the information part, you can see the detailed information of this packet. Okay, let's do some example and you can see it better. So let's come over here to the top. As you can see in the number, we have 1 2 3 4 5 6. So in the source and destination, we have the related IP address. So this is coming from this source, this IP address, and going to this destination. Okay, and let me scroll down a little bit. As you can see, this is DNS packets. Like in the protocol, we see the protocol category. And as you can see, this is coming from my own IP address, okay, to this DNS server 8888. This is Google's DNS, and I believe I'm using Google's DNS to resolve my DNS. And since I'm trying to go to google.com, I'm asking where is google.com, and DNS responses to me saying that this google.com can be found in this IP address 172.217.169.196. Okay, so I'm going to load this so that I can see the content of google.com. So this is how it works. I can see all the details, I can see all the steps related to my network. So this comes very handy if you're doing some network security monitoring, if you're an administrator of a network and see what's your network people doing inside of your company or something. Okay, so you can keep track of everything. So we're going to stop here, but within the next lecture we're going to see how we can use it with man in the middle attack as well.